Hey everyone, BigBirdBigDaddy here, continuing on with the next part of my Fire Emblem walkthrough. Excuse me. When we last left off, we just passed through Castle Arafin, and the Marquess there refused to give us aid. So we have to move on without any help at all. And we come to an area called Cavalier, which is one of the Marquess areas, I believe, one of the provinces. And we asked for help by this kid right here. His name is Nils. He's a bard, and bards can give any one unit an extra turn after they have moved already. This is a trait she shares with his sister Ninian, who was captured by these guys, and they also share the same stats, same everything. So when you level up one, the other one will have the same stats. And they're interchangeable during the game. Sometimes you'll use him, sometimes you'll use her, depending on what's happening in the storyline. So, Nils' sister was captured by these guys called the Black Fang. And the Black Fang are a mercenary group. Sorry, my throat. Based in the country of Bern. Bern is a big part of the storyline in both this game and this game's sequel, which is this game's Think Star Wars. You know how they switched the storylines 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, and they did the sequels first. Think of it that way. Think of this as episode 1, 2, and 3, because the game that came out before this was the sequel to this game, essentially. Storyline-wise and timeline-wise. So this game is actually the prequel to the previous game. But Bern is a huge part of the storyline, like I said. And that's one of the things I like about this game, how everything's connected. But he's asking us for help, and Sane and Kent are trying to sway your who you help. Sane wants to help rescue his sister, obviously. Kent is like, you gotta go see your grandfather because he's dying, and we gotta get to him as soon as possible. But Lynn, always willing to help people in need, she decides to help him out. As you can see, there's another blonde-haired guy, Legolas type guy. He looks very pretty. His name is Lucius, and he's a monk. And monks are users of light magic. So there you go. That's a whole bunch of information. So now we're going to come face to face with some of the Black Fang. And this guy's going to mention a guy named Nergal. Now Nergal is someone we're going to find out who he is later on in the game. And I'm not going to I'm not going to blow the story for you guys right now. But obviously he's one of the antagonists in the game, so you'll see you'll know him when you see him. So this guy's like, we're gonna kill you. You got involved in something you shouldn't have. And this is the first time we'll get the preparation screen. So from now on out, that doesn't make sense. Here on out, we'll be able to use the prep screen. As you can see here, there's a fortune selection. We won't be able to get that until Eliwood or Hector's chapter, sometime in like chapter 13, I believe, something like that. We won't be able to get to this screen again. We'll have this screen up until the end of Lynn's storyline and chapter 13 onwards. We won't have it for the first 2 or 3 chapters of Eliwood's or Hector's storyline, because it's just starting and we're not going to get that many characters yet. So we're gonna go pick units. You can see on top it'll tell you you can pick one more unit. You can have up to 8. I already chose not to use Dorcas because I'm not planning on using him in this game really. I could, and I'm still thinking about it. I tend to like using Dart more, even though Dart isn't very good. I just like using Dart to make him a Berserker, which is later in the game, my favorite class. Berserkers and Swordsmasters are my favorite class. But you'll find out more about those characters later. So I'm actually thinking of not using Dorcas. because Kent and Sam can become paladins later with the access to axes. And you do get a character named Bartray later, who I think gets better stat gains than Dorcas. I'm not 100% sure on that. Don't quote me on that. Just in my experience, I've always tended to use Bartray more than Dorcas. But we might, we're going to use Dorcas, and the reason is he might have good enough stat gains early on that it might be worth using him. But we'll see. Some units will give you the opportunity to talk to other units to recruit. I don't think Dorcas has anyone. I'm not sure if Bartray does. I know he can talk to one person in later on at the near the very end of the game. So that's the only reason I use Bartray, to get that last character. So I'm actually not going to use Dorcas after talking that out to myself. Nomads, I don't tend to like nomads too much. They have crazy movement range, sort of like Cavaliers, but I'm already going to have Will. I'm going to turn him into an sniper. We get a couple other snipers later in the game. We can get Rebecca and Louise, but Willie, you just get him so early on. It's easier to just play with him because he has... I mean, he already comes leveled pretty much. So, we're going to go with these 7. The reason is I want to save experience for these guys. We can trade items if we want to. Don't think I need to trade any items right now. Later on, this menu will have an armory selection, I believe. And you can buy weapons and things, like just the iron weapons, the basic stuff. But we're not going to deal with that right now. And let's start. And so here we're going to get Lucius. He's like I said, he's a monk. And monks use light magic, which is good against dark magic. Excuse me. Drink some water here. Yeah, the innkeeper is afraid to get involved because he's a jerk. So, I would normally skip all this, but I want you guys to read this because that's why I did it. The game explains it once again. They're users of light magic. So, we're going to get started. Let's see. Oh, yeah, the game wants us to use Lucius first. Okay. So, we're going to move Lucius here. Attack this guy with lightning. Oh, I forgot to turn his animation on. And there's Nils. Yep. Go here. I'm gonna turn Lucius's thing on. Keep Nils off. You don't really need to see a boy dance right now. It takes up too much time. I'd rather see the attack animations. That was lovely, invigorating event. It is important to level up Nils. Later on in the game, you need him to be a certain level. I think he needs to be over level 10 to unlock a chapter. So, one of the guidance chapters that I mentioned. So, we need to level him up as soon as possible. If you ever get this game, you need to use him every turn, pretty much, and you should be able to get it. I have Florina come here. I'm gonna have her come visit. So she's gonna mention a snag, and that snag is right here. If you were to attack it and its HP goes all the way down to 0, you'll create a bridge so your characters can cross over. Here's the innkeeper, the jerk. He's gonna mention about the Black Fang, that they don't... Once you're in their grasp, you don't escape. That's a bunch of baloney. It's not baloney, but for us, it's baloney, because we're awesome. And... yeah, we're gonna finish this guy. I'm gonna use a short bow instead. It was a little bit lighter than the other one, so our hit... He still hit us, but his hit chance went down. And if we were to get a critical, it would help increase our weapon rating a little bit. So, yeah. Also, you can, I don't know if you guys knew this, but I don't remember if I mentioned it. If you hit R, it'll tell you what each stat thing here does. Strength, fighting skill. Skill also improves the critical hit chance of your unit. So the higher your skill, the higher your hit chance and your critical hit chance. Speed affects evasion and attacks, like I said. Luck affects pretty much everything. Evasion. It affects evasion, hit, and critical hit chance for the most part. Defense, magic, movement. Yeah, I already went over that. We're gonna go to the vendor here. We're just gonna pick up one heal and one fire. There isn't much left to this game. There's only a couple chapters left. You only need that. You don't need too much. So these guys are gonna come here. Oops, I put it too close to the shaman, unfortunately. Oh, but he missed. Awesome. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop. We're gonna drop Lucius off there. Fly here. Have Nils play for her. And then... what should I do? If you wanted to finish the chapter earlier, you can have Florina come here, attack the snag, bring it here, and start ferrying your units across this way instead of having to travel all throughout the map. But I want the experience, and I don't care too much for stars or tactics, which we'll go over later. So if Lynn come here, actually, it doesn't matter if Lynn gets the kill or not. Once the enemy boss dies, as you can see, it says defeat Heinz. If it said seize gate, we'd have to use Lynn to seize the gate, but defeat Heinz means we just need to kill him. So we're not gonna worry about that. So Lance, Iron Lance. Sure. I'll attack. The reason I attack him here is he's gonna want to get out of the way. Flub Farina. So he would have to move here and only be able to attack Lucius, who has an advantage over him. Or if he moves here and attacks Florina, I can move Lucius to cover, and then Lucius will be in cover for when the boss attacks here. So I like how I set that up. I'm gonna have Will come here. Better chance to hit. Cool. Does he need it? Or Shane want it? I think Shane wants it more. I want to keep them at around the same level, Shane and Kent. So I have a better chance to see who I would want to use more. There. Might as well heal. We might not be using Sarah in this game, but we'll see. We get a character later on named Priscilla, who's a much better healer. You only really need one healer in the game, especially later on. I only like to use one healer, but that's just me. Some people like to use two. So I might use Sarah, but I'd rather use Lucius. Let's see why. Overcome here. Okay, now there's an axe guy right there. She needs this more. Yeah, as you can see, Saint's skill is pretty low, so even though I have a weapon advantage, his hit's only at 78. So while he does that, I'm gonna have Kent come here and visit the village. So I think this is where we get something called holy water. Or pure water, not holy water. I was close. Pretty much is holy water. When you give it to a unit, it increases their resistance to magic for a little while. Every turn, the potency of it decreases, so it goes down by 1 each turn. But there's a little trick you can do, which I'm not gonna do in this walkthrough probably. 3, 4. See how long it takes flux? Usually the longer the animation, the heavier it is, the weapon. So you can see lightning is just very quick. He just puts his arm back and then... sure, we'll attack. I can get a couple hits on this guy. Also increasing my what's it called? My weapon experience in the lance. Oh shoot. I forgot about Nils. That's unfortunate. But he decided not to attack Lucius because Lucius is in cover and he has a type disadvantage. So he's always going to attack Florina there. That's a little bit dangerous. Probably going to have her come back out and heal. I'm not sure if I give her a Vulnerary or not. Hey, skill and speed went up. So here's his mercenary. Wow, Sane, you hit! You actually hit. I'm not being sarcastic either. Oh boy. Okay, Florina, you need to get out of there before you die. Oh cool, he missed. And here's this jerk gonna come here and shoot me. Okay. Well, wasn't bad. I do have a Vulnerary, cool. I'm gonna have her come all the way over here. Here, I'll have her come here. Mounted units don't get a defense bonus, I don't think. Only land units get defensive bonuses in the fortress. I think that's how it works. I have one from here. Okay. There's a house here. We're going to want to visit that house, and it doesn't have much impact on the story, but you'll find some people. Do I have Will? Let's see. Do I have Will come here and shoot him, or do I have him shoot him? I have him shoot the axe guy. Maybe I'll crit. Nope. You know Will crit if he just stands there for a couple seconds. That's how you know. But now I'm gonna have Urk come here. Try to hit this guy. And I missed. Well, that's wonderful. Okay. Please hit. Okay, cool. I know there's the axe guy right there. The brigand, but not much I can do about that right now. And Lucius will come here. And attack this dude. As you can see, light magic has a higher crit chance than the other two types of magic. See, Lucius, I just got him and his critical chance already at 8%. Which isn't that high in that grand scheme of things, but considering I haven't leveled him up yet, it's still pretty high. So he's gonna go attack Florina. Ah, he hits. Great. Well, at least Florina will get some experience from that guy. See, Flux does absolutely nothing. Like, he has no chance. Lucius owns this guy all day. Oh no! I forgot he can kind of cross over water. Certain units can cross over water if they want to. Oh, you missed! You missed! Loser! Okay. Unfortunately, Saint can't cross over mountains, so he's gonna have to go over this way. Actually, I'm gonna have Urk come here and kill this guy first. Oh, come on, give me better stat gains. Saint can't cross over mountains, so he's gonna have to come over this way. That'll allow me to bring Urk over here. And doesn't matter. Either one's gonna hit him. Short bow will give me a... I'm not gonna waste short bow. No crit. And down he goes. I'm gonna have Sarah heal here. Boom. And Lynn from here. I should have Lynn stayed there. Shoot. Free's gonna come here. Kill this guy. I'd rather save 2 uses on the Slim Lance so I can double someone if I want to, rather than just use it and then waste it. Skill and resistance. And my weapon level increased. I'd rather have had her strength go up, but beggars can't be choosers. I'm gonna visit this house. Ha! Blast! Elliowood's late. I wonder what's keeping him. So this guy right here to the left, his name is Hector. He's one of the other main characters in this game. As is Elliowood, but Elliowood you don't see him yet. Starting to think my Axel Raspberry finds his way here. I think we just kill this guy now. So we're gonna attack him. Then Heinz is gonna attack us. And that'll end our turn. And then he's gonna have to attack us. And then he's gonna die. I love the sound of Flux though, it's the coolest. It's like, oh no, you're only striking at air. You are too late, the girl is already... And he dies. Give me good level ups. It's okay I guess. Light magic is the most accurate as well, so... Nils, where's your sister? Ninian, she's not here. Why? Where could she be? My lady Linus, the villagers spotted a group of men riding south. The boy's your sister. They must have her. Come, we must give chase. But we won't make it. What if they're already... Are you looking for this girl here? That's a terrible voice. I need a nobler voice. Are you looking for this girl here? That's better. Hollywood! Yay! Ninian. She'll be fine. She's just lost consciousness. Who are you? I'm Eliud of Foray. My father is the Marquess. The Marquess's son. She was with a band of ruffians. She seemed upset. She looked in need of rescuing. Was I wrong to involve myself? No, you saved her life, thank you. My name is Lynn. I'm from Sakai. I'm Marquess Kalen's granddaughter. Marcus Kalen? And that's my story. It's not an easy tale to believe, I know. No, I do believe you. What? At first glance, all I saw was a daughter of the plainsfolk. Now I can see it, though. You have your grandfather's eyes. Do you know my grandfather? My Marquess, Lord Housen, is my father's good friend. I also know that the proud people of Sakai tell no lies. It's true, isn't it? Yes, thank you. I would not have expected any Lycian noble to be so courteous to a Sakai nomad. You seem to be in trouble. May I be of assistance? Thank you for your kind offer. This is my problem, though, and I'll deal with it. I see. I'll be in the area for a few days longer. If you need anything, please let me know. Linus, I'm on your side. Hollywood, thank you. Ninian, are you awake? Nils, is it really you? Oh, you're safe. Uh-huh, these people helped me. Who are they? Oh, this music gets me all the time. I'm Lynn. I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm Lady Lynn, thank you. Sorry, I don't know why I just yelled. I'm called Ninian. My brother Nils and I are traveling performers. Both of you? Your brother's a musician. How about you, Ninian? I dance. What? Oh my, you're a dancer? Sing later, please. Oh yeah, of course. Dancer, your clothes don't look like those of a dancer. Ninian dances on her life. It's special, sacred. A sacred dance? What does that mean? The dance I perform when we travel is just a normal dance. My other dance, though, when they caught me, I twisted my ankle. I cannot dance to aid you. I'm sorry. Please don't worry. We're just happy to see that you're out of harm's way. Thank you. But I am concerned about your leg. You can't travel on it. I have an idea. Would it be too much to ask that we travel with you? I can't allow that. It's far too dangerous. We're being hunted. We never know when we're going to be attacked. We wouldn't be a hindrance. We could even help you, right, Ninian? Yes, we might be able to repay our debt using our special talents. Special abilities? When something poses a threat to us, we can sense its approach. Truly, that's amazing. We can feel it coming, but we can't do anything to stop it. You're warriors, though, so you don't have to worry. What do you think, Kent? I think leaving them here would cause Lady Linus more worry than having them travel with us. Sane? Oh, never mind. I know what your answer is. Do you really want to travel with us? Of course. You have our gratitude, milady. And here we go. Oh, what's wrong, Nini? I've lost my ring. Your ring? Not Nini's Grace. The very one. They stole it, those curs. Was it valuable? It was a keepsake from our departed mother. It was blessed by the spirit of Ninnies. There's no other like it in the world, and now we've lost it to those villains. There's nothing we can do. You're right. Can I talk to you, Sean? You heard all of that, right? What do you think? I'd really love to retrieve Ninian's ring for her. But if Nils is right, those thieves might prove to be too strong for us. What should we do? And here we go. When you fulfill certain conditions, side quests may make themselves apparent to you. Side quests allow you to learn things that aren't part of the main story. You might meet tough new enemies or find new companions to travel with. That's another reason to play all the guided chapters. There's actually quite a bit of characters that you could unlock that way. However, side quests are very difficult, and once you begin one, you must see it through to its end. If you plan to challenge a side quest, I suggest you keep the save data from the previous mission. Not accepting side quests will not affect your rank. If you're in a hurry to pursue the main story, skip the side quests. And then, when you have completed whatever it is that, is required of you to attempt a side quest or a guided chapter, the game after the chapter ends will go to this screen and it'll ask you, embark on side quest. Now once you choose an answer, there's no way to go back unless you play the chapter again. Don't save over the previous chapter and play the chapter again and choose the opposite option. Otherwise, you won't be able to go back. So once you make your choice, that's it. So we are going to do the side quest. Like they said, side quests are more difficult. They're not that much more difficult. You have to manage your resources a little bit better because you're adding more chapters, which means more enemies, which means more of a strain on your resources. If anything, that's what makes them harder. But I found in my own typical playthrough through these games that they're not that difficult, especially if you know what to do. And once your characters get strong enough, you don't really care about side quests too much. So we are going to embark on the side quest. You want to help them? That's great. I was hoping you'd say that, Sean. Can't say. Make sure you don't hit the B button by accident, because I think if you hit the B button, you accidentally say no. Those men are headed south. We must give pursuit. On your word, milady. There's no turning back now. Let's ride. And then, when you go to the save screen, it'll show you the name of it'll keep the chapter the same, but it'll add an X to it. So there's one chapter later in the game where once you reach the Gaiden chapter, there's another Gaiden chapter after that, if you've completed it, and that'll show 7XX, I believe, or 7X Part 2, something like that. But that's it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you would like. And when we come back next time, we will do Chapter 7X, which is the Black Fang. And we'll try to get Ninian's ring back. And I'll explain more about Ninian and Nilus, because there's more to meet them as well. Like I said with Sarah and Matthew, there's more to them that meets the eye. And you'll find out more as the story goes along, that you'll get an inkling of what's going on. But you really won't find the truth about them until quite near the end of the game. But yeah, I probably gave too much away on that already, but hopefully I didn't spoil anything for you. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye. Or it's a Black Shadow. I can't get any of these chapters right. Jeez.